This is Adam, and he suffers from gout. Try Urol. It helps to prevent crystallization of uric acid crystals in gout therapy. Urol, effective urinary alkalinizer for gout.
Good evening, I'm Camelia and this is KiniNews. As we gear up for Hari Raya, His Majesty Sultan Ibrahim opens palace doors to Umno and DAP top guns in a bid to bridge the political divide. In his royal wisdom, Sultan Ibrahim urges political players to ditch the extremes and build unity instead. His Majesty the young di-Pertuan Agong, Sultan Ibrahim consented to an audience with senior leaders from Umno and DAP at the Istana Negara today. Among the leaders who attended the audience with His Majesty were Umno Deputy President Mohamad Hasan, Malacca Umno Chief Rauf Yusoh, DAP Deputy Secretary General Liew Chin Tong, and Umno Youth Chief Dr. Muhamad Akmal Saleh. The audience session with His Majesty focused on current developments related to issues of religious and racial sensitivity. According to His Majesty's official Facebook page, Sultan Ibrahim advised all parties to focus on promoting unity among the people rather than division. He said he wanted to see the people united in harmony. He also stressed the need for political leaders not to be extreme in expressing their views on religious and racial issues. He said this applies not only to Umno and DAP, but to all parties, as leaders must act as bridges or connectors between the diverse people of the nation with mature behavior. His Majesty added that recent events should open the eyes of all parties to the responsibility of safeguarding national unity across all layers of society. He was also quoted as saying, "As we approach this noble Hari Raya, let us forgive one another and turn over a new leaf." The Prime Minister's department steps into the shoe logo controversy, gearing up for action. As accusations fly over Vern's alleged Allah logo, Minister Mohamad plans meetings with key players. The message is clear: there will be zero tolerance for disrespect toward Islam. The Prime Minister's department is gearing up to tackle the contentious issues surrounding Vern's shoe logo, which some claim resembles the word Allah. Minister in the Prime Minister's department in charge of Islamic affairs, Mohamad announced plans for upcoming meetings with relevant authorities, including state Islamic religious departments, police, and the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission. Emphasizing the government's commitment to safeguarding Islam's sanctity and the Muslim community's well-being, Naim stated the Prime Minister's department will not compromise with any party proven to have taken actions that insult Islam. The issue gained traction after a viral video alleged that Vern's shoes featured a logo resembling Allah. Jakim and Vern's Holdings Sendirian Berhad, Naim, indicated that Jakim would cooperate fully with police investigations, with further actions to follow if any unlawful elements are found. In light of the situation, Naim advised all parties to maintain calm and refrain from any actions that might violate laws. Youth and Sports Minister Hannah Yeoh has fired a warning shot at her government peers, urging them to steer clear of the opposition's racial and religious maneuvers. This is what she had to say in an exclusive sit-down with Malaysia Kini. Youth and Sports Minister Hannah Yeoh has cautioned her fellow government MPs against being swayed by the opposition's attempt to stoke racial and religious tensions. During an exclusive interview with Malaysia Kini at her ministry last Thursday, Yeoh pointed out the prominent presence of race-based Parti Bersatu and religion-based Parti PAS within the opposition bloc, highlighting their tendency to view every issue through the prism of race and religion.
And so, therefore, when you have opposition like that, in parliament, the same thing would happen. Every issue, they will drive it down race and religion. So as a result, things that were not a problem can become a problem today. For example, bak kut teh. Bak kut teh is not the only food that was listed, but they only played up bak kut teh. Why? Because they have an audience like that.
Referencing the recent controversy over the recognition of bak kut teh as a national heritage dish, she clarified that the dish was not the sole item listed and explained the opposition's motives in amplifying the issue. Drawing parallels to the criticisms faced by the Pakatan Harapan government in 2018, Yeoh emphasized the need for government MPs to remain vigilant and not fall into the opposition's trap. She also noted the stark contrast between the opposition's tactics during Harapan's rule and the coalition's own conduct when it was in the opposition.
When we were opposition, because all of us are multiracial party, we don't drive it down, the racial and religious angle. And so people perceive that to be a time of peace when, so you need to understand the opposition setup. Yeah. And for us, don't eat into that. Don't eat that bait that they place it out for us.
Meanwhile, responding to another issue from the same interview, Lawyers for Liberty have slammed Youth and Sports Minister Hannah Yeoh for what they call a misleading pitch on changes to citizenship laws for Malaysian mothers with overseas-born children. Lawyers for Liberty has strongly criticized Youth and Sports Minister Hannah Yeoh, accusing her of providing a misleading portrayal of the proposed amendments to citizenship laws for Malaysian mothers with overseas-born children. According to the organization's director Zaid Malik, Yeoh's remarks were not only deceptive but also failed to address the genuine concerns raised by various stakeholders, including civil society groups, human rights lawyers, the Bar Council, Suhakam, and some Pakatan Harapan MPs. Zaid highlighted that despite promises from government leaders to address the plight of Malaysian mothers, the citizenship bill was not debated or passed in the recent parliamentary session. Instead, the Home Minister announced its readiness for debate just moments before the session's adjournment, indicating a lack of genuine commitment to the issue. The criticism comes in response to Yeoh's positive assessment of the government's move to table the proposed amendments, praising the Madani administration's political resolve in presenting the bill to Parliament.
As a member of Parliament, when I campaigned, we spoke about let's right this wrong for Malaysian mothers, Malaysian women. That was my priority. And so we managed to table that in Parliament. No matter how fierce the criticism is outside, nothing will change the fact that it is this unity government that brought the bill to Parliament to give Malaysian mothers that equal opportunity and right to grant citizenship to their children born abroad.
However, the deferment of the debate session for the bill, as noted by Zaid, was characterized as a mere charade and a blatant misuse of parliamentary procedures. Zaid added that thousands of stateless children born abroad to Malaysian mothers would not benefit from the bill, despite Yeoh's assertions. He highlighted that Clause 12(1) of the bill stipulates that only children born after the amendments are passed will be eligible for citizenship. He insisted that the thousands of existing children in this situation would be left in a lurch, portraying a cruel and absurd scenario, especially given the government's initial promise that the constitutional amendment would aid these children. In a world after Anwar Ibrahim, will PKR face political extinction? Not according to PKR's Nik Nazmi Nik Ahmad, who is confident the party has the next generation of PM-worthy talent.
PKR's Vice President Nik Nazmi Nik Ahmad has asserted that the party possesses a wealth of leadership talent capable of assuming the role of Prime Minister. In an interview with Malaysia Kini, Nik Nazmi identified several prominent figures within PKR whom he believes could succeed Anwar Ibrahim as both party president and the nation's top executive. The interview, conducted in conjunction with PKR's 25th anniversary, aimed to explore potential leadership candidates beyond Anwar Ibrahim, considering the party's origins as a movement largely associated with the Reformasi movement led by Anwar.
I mean, we have leaders like Rafizi Ramli, who's the Deputy President. We have Saifuddin Nasution. So I think if you ask me, those are the two most senior leaders in the party. Next in line, I mean, among the Vice Presidents, you have people like Amiruddin, Syahri, you have Nurul Izzah, you have, I mean, I'm also one of the Vice Presidents. So I think in that sense, we are not staff of talent to fill in lah, kalau, you know, in the future for the party.
Rafizi currently serves as the Economy Minister, while Saifuddin holds the portfolio of Home Affairs. Additionally, Amiruddin is the incumbent Selangor Menteri Besar, while Nurul Izzah, Anwar's daughter, does not currently hold a government position. When questioned about his own aspirations for the role of Prime Minister, Nik Nazmi responded with modesty.
Well, I don't really seriously consider that. I think if you ask me 10, 20 years, after maybe sometime as a minister, then I would love to either run a bookshop or run a football club. I think that's more rewarding. Like you said, the public criticisms and whatnot. Not to say that you run a football club is just as bad, probably, but it's something less taxing, lah. But for me, we have a lot of other talents in the party.
Setiawangsa MP Nik Nazmi intends to vie for re-election as Vice President in the upcoming party leadership election next year. Expressing confidence in the leadership of Anwar and Rafizi, he affirmed his commitment to his current role, with no aspirations to pursue positions beyond the Vice Presidency.
In a surprising twist, a study on the 2023 state election reveals DAP's surge in Malay support, attributed to their unlikely partnership with former rival UMNO. A recent study analyzing voter trends in the 2023 state election has unveiled a notable surge in Malay support for DAP, credited to their unexpected collaboration with former rival UMNO. Titled Scrutinizing the DAP's Success in the 2023 Malaysian State Elections, the study was conducted by former three-term MP Ong Kian Ming. It delved into the dynamics of DAP's electoral performance and the impact of their newfound alliance with UMNO. However, the findings revealed that in constituencies contested by DAP, 4 out of 5 Malay voters who had previously supported the BN coalition shifted their allegiance to Perikatan Nasional during the state election. Average support for PN in these DAP contested seats increased from 13.1% in the 15 general election to 19.2% in the state election. Meanwhile, utilizing detailed polling station and polling stream data from 47 contested seats, the study demonstrated a significant increase in overall support for DAP from 2022 to 2023. Notably, there was an 8% rise in Malay support and a 2% increase in Chinese support. Moreover, the analysis pinpointed Negeri Sembilan as experiencing the highest surge in DAP support, with a notable increase of 6.7%, followed by Selangor at 5.2%, Penang at 4.3%, and Kedah at 1.4%. Join our Muhibah story photo and essay campaign. Share your cross-cultural friendships to celebrate Malaysia's diversity. Submit a photo with friends or family from different ethnic or religious backgrounds, along with a 100-word story to ourstory@malaysiakini.com by April 30th. Selected stories will be featured on Malaysia Kini and contributors will receive a free 1-month subscription. Let's build a better Malaysia together. That is all from me today. Kinitv wishes all our viewers a joyous and blessed Hari Raya Aidilfitri. If you're going to balik kampung, please do so safely. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.